Oh, we struggle in all aspects of school.
Yeah.
We had PE down. That's about it.
And lunch.
PE and
I was ready to lunch.
That has stayed true to form.
Sean Watson, another step back, which I will say a lot of his problem that O-line. 8 sacks.
Yeah.
Good.
He's gonna be back like when Vic came back to the league after the dog did.
Yes.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Hello, everybody. We're here for, I think it's episode 66 of Benchwarmers Basement Banter. I could be wrong on that. Who can count? All I know is Woody's getting ready to say that it's getting real close to 69.
You read my mind, big guy. What am I thinking like?
But yeah,
We're
we're
gonna
going to
have
talk a
something
little bit
else.
of sports. Don't forget to watch us. My socials are not up top because
Is it up
Stat
here?
Guy down there is on the road and I'm driving tonight. So, check us out on YouTube, as it says in the bottom right corners, to subscribe. Our TikTok is on the bottom left corner, and it's BBB Sports Talk. Check us out on Kick, BBB_sports_talk. Also, we are on X as BBB Sports Talk 24, and don't forget to check out our Facebook and YouTube, which are also just named Benchwarmers Basement Banter.
I
So-
can remember that better. I like it.
Did you say Twitch? I wasn't sure.
I did not say Twitch. I don't know what we're called on there.
It's just
know-
BBB Sports Talk.
Okay, well, I missed one then. I didn't do bad otherwise.
Good job. You did good.
Hey, I'm giving you a golf clap. 5 out of 6 is great in about any sport.
Yeah,
So you win
yeah.
in my book, big guy.
Also, at the bottom underneath the logos that have the TikTok and the YouTube below me is a link to our Discord. Be sure to join that. That's where you can talk about your sports betting and talk about your sports memes, stuff like that. Also, we're wanting to build a little bit of community in there so we can do future projects to where we can pull some groups into the chat and stuff like that for future episodes. Hasn't happened yet, but it's part of our bucket list.
It's coming soon to a computer near you. Does that
Yes, that's right.
work? I like that. It's catchy. So, yeah.
Without
Let's
further
get into
ado,
sports, man.
we're going to
Yeah.
get started on our episode.
Yeah,
We're going to
we're
lead
gonna
off
hit
with,
some-
what do you think? A little bit of March Madness.
Let's do
I
March
think
Madness.
that last time we talked about getting our teams to the Elite Eight.
That's right.
And since then, we're up to the Final Four.
We're still marching on, most of us here, which I guess when all 4 1 seeds are still in, it's not as big of a pat on the back as normally it is. But you know what?
It's not really
Except-
March
except for
Madness. It's more like March Midness.
It's rock
Okay.
chalk.
So I wanted to bring this up, and I talked about the Ken Palm ratings a couple episodes ago, or maybe on a bracket one. I don't remember which one I talked about Ken Palm ratings on. But anyways, the Ken Palm ratings have been going on since 1996, and he rates every
Nice.
team. He ranks every team, and out of the top 6 teams that he's ever ranked, 4 of them are the 4 that are left in the Final Four.
Yep, I did
Since
see that.
1990.
Pretty legit.
Yeah. So I guess, everyone probably should have put more respect on these 4 teams' names, is what I'm taking.
And I
From it.
believe that the 2022 UConn team that dominated a couple years ago was like number 2 on this list, behind Duke.
No, it was Duke from 1998, 99.
Good
This
lord.
year's Duke team is number 2 right now, actually,
Okay,
and
Okay.
then I think the UConn team is number 3.
gotcha. And then I think there was like a 2021 Gonzaga team that was the other team that's not in the tournament.
Yeah.
That's still
Yeah.
amazing. How many teams this year up there that high? I mean, I guess that's my thing. Like, is anybody super surprised that this year all the 1 seeds made it? Like, I feel like going into it, it was all our brackets actually were fairly chalky compared to usual. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. They all 4, like, not one of them to me like stood out as head and shoulders above everybody like UConn last year. But I guess all 4 1 seeds, I was like, I get you being a 1 seed. Like, I don't know.
I think as of right now, one does kind of stand above the rest. Um, they have the least amount of
From what
losses.
they've done in this tournament,
And from what they've done in this tournament, they
yes,
kind of deserve to stay in there.
I'm
And-
talking
and
going
they-
into it.
Yeah. Well, even then though, it was all kind of on Cooper Flag's help.
Well,
You know.
it's the team I'm thinking of. There was a big caveat to that. If he was healthy,
Yeah, but yeah.
past flying colors. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Is that's the team? I think you and me both picked them, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I can't stray away
And-
from that.
I'm
Rogers-
losing to my boys from Bama who
Yeah.
went ice cold against a good Duke defense last game. A
great
little bit
Duke
of the defense, a lot of it of the defense, and a little bit of this shots not landing. I think they shot
Yeah.
35% from the field. It's tough to win games that way.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And you even said last week, or maybe I don't know. All my weeks are running together anymore. But you said you put them as your national title winners beating Duke on the caveat that you didn't really know about Cooper Flag, and once you see
Yeah.
I did.
Cooper Flag was healthy, you're like, oh no, it's Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
I'll
agree with
give
that.
you
Yeah, for sure. I think they're the best team in the nation, but
you
when
said that,
I
is
made
what
my
I'm saying.
bracket, I thought that Cooper Flag was unhealthy. Last time I'd seen him, he was in a wheelchair. So
Yeah.
Yes.
pretty tough to say, oh, that team's going to win. And I don't think that they roll through the competition like they have without him. They may
No.
still
Oh,
be
I
here.
agree. 100%.
They may still be here, but it wouldn't be as pretty as it has been.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
We're talking Duke. I could give a shout out to Con Canoopel. Like that dude's if I said his name right, sorry, but he's a
Knippel.
freaking baller. Like that game
Knippel.
against Knippel. Dude, he plays so hard and is so smart. Like you look at him, it's not the most like athletically gifted guy, but I love those gritty guys. Just everything about him. Like I honestly hadn't watched a lot of basketball up to the tournament. I love the dude.
That's
Like,
a
he's freaking-
prime Duke player. That's
Well,
Yeah.
I was getting ready to say,
Like his coach,
Rogers.
like-
Rogers has probably seen this, but I've seen the people on TikTok and all the other social medias be like, "I really want to hate this Duke team,
Yeah.
but I can't." And they're like, I seen on Pardon My Take, they were like, "Well, it's because Cooper Flag is so good and so fun to watch, and normally they have somebody you hate, and even the guy that we're supposed to hate, which is Knippel, is pretty fun to watch."
yeah.
Yeah. And Flag is like he is amazing, and he also plays the game the right way. Like he's fundamentally sound, Like
Yes.
Zion, I think, is maybe a fair example. He had all the talent in the world, but there's a lot of times it's like, where's his head at? I don't see that with Flag. Like the dude's just a gamer too. Like I don't know. All around, he plays the game right, and I like that.
Yeah,
But-
and as Alex pointed out earlier in the week, there is a whole gaggle of those Knippels that are going to be
Yes.
hanging around Duke for probably the next 10 years.
Knippel train.
There's literally it goes senior that's gonna play, I guess, next year, I think, at Duke with and then a junior, and then a freshman, and then an 8th grader or 7th grader. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. That's
Before we move on to another team, I was wanting to bring this up and I forgot because I'm driving and doing this stuff. But shout out to Carmelo Anthony making the Basketball Hall of Fame.
yeah. Nice. I did see that.
So that leaves, since we're doing the shout out to Carmelo, that brings the interesting question. Do the Nuggets retire that uniform? Number 15.
I think so. Well,
Do you know who currently
No.
wears that number?
I do not. I don't follow NBA much.
Three-time
Not
MVP Nikola Jokic.
Is it joke? Okay. That's a problem. That's
Yeah.
a problem. I guess not really, because I guess they didn't have an intention of retiring it if they give it to a guy that's that good. You know
Well,
what I
he
mean?
spent
Like,
half of his career on the Knicks too, so he was drafted as a
Yeah.
Nugget. He played a lot as a Nugget, but then he played an equal amount of time with the Knicks.
Yeah. But you know, I mean, that's just interesting to give a jersey to somebody that good behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like with the Cardinals, I guess I'm thinking of usually like if a guy was very good, it's like even a Cardinal Hall of Famer, not MLB. It's like no, that jersey number, get another one. You know.
Yeah.
But, well, I don't know. I don't own NBA jerseys, so that's up to you. But interesting.
Just something
Alright,
I
I
saw
missed
today.
that
I'm like, man, they can't just retire it.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah.
no, not right now.
I missed the conversation because I was having technical difficulties with my truck
Nah,
there.
you're
but
back.
uh,
You're back.
that I started. But yes, shout out Carmelo. And then, fun fact: his son is going to Syracuse next year.
I'll be right
That's
back.
pretty
My
cool.
children are having a freak out attack.
Yeah,
So
we got a lot going on, guys. So
Carmelo's son is the 36th ranked prospect, and then next year coming into college basketball, there is a ton of second generation guys that you guys will recognize. We got Carlos Boozer's twins going to
Ooh,
Duke.
Yeah. Okay. Going to Duke?
Yeah, one of them is the number 3 guy in the country going to Duke, but they got both of them. And then Gilbert Arenas' son is a top 10 player going to USC.
Wow. There's some pedigree there.
There is. I just happened to like notice that, and then when I was looking at Carmelo Anthony's son, I was like, oh, I wonder where he's going, and then I seen all the other names. So, anyways,
Yeah, no.
I just wanted to bring that up because I thought that was interesting. Whenever and Melo getting in the Hall of Fame's awesome. So
Yeah, good for him. Well, hey, if we lose you again, I think I know the area you're at. Give us your thoughts on the rest of this tournament. Like, I think we're
Okay.
aboard the Dookie train, but how's the rest playing out?
So remind me, Duke's on. They play Houston.
Yeah, Duke and Houston. Yeah. And here's what's interesting. It's basically a home game for Houston. It's in San Antonio. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't
Doesn't change my
think
mind.
it.
but interesting.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it
either.
changes anything. I think Duke is. Well, they're
So
not
much
just good on offense. They are
Yeah.
so good on defense. So good on defense. They don't get near enough credit for how good defensively they are.
Yeah.
They don't start.
They
Like,
just did
they
last
don't.
game.
They don't have a. They don't have a player under 6'5" that plays. It's ridiculous. They're so big, and they're
Well,
so
that's the thing.
athletic.
You know, Houston's grinded out style and stuff. I'm like, okay, Duke can match that, and they have more offensive
Yeah.
firepower. Like, I think it's a very bad matchup for Houston, truthfully. Duke's interior D is amazing too.
I returned.
I would agree.
Rogers, do you think the
other
home field
side,
advantage for Houston matters?
One at a time.
Well, we're getting your opinion
Go
real quick. Home field advantage for Houston, does it matter or not? They're playing in San Antonio against Duke.
I mean, it may help a little bit. I thought Texas was the better team against Xavier in the playoff game. Xavier was, or Memphis. Not, where was it?
Oh,
Xavier?
you're right, Xavier.
Xavier, I was right.
You're right. You're back.
The crowd came to life behind Xavier in the second half, and Xavier won that game by 4 points. I think it matters. I don't think it matters
Wait,
enough.
what? How is this a home game?
Same
Well,
state.
it's
It's
3
in
hours.
San Antonio.
Right, it's very close
Shit,
to
that
Houston.
ain't that is not 3 hours.
Okay, well,
I've done
either
that
way,
drive. It is not.
there's
3
going to
hours.
be a lot more Houston fans than there are Duke fans, more than likely,
Yeah.
because it's less of
Yeah,
a
I thought
travel.
it was pretty close.
It's a hell of a lot
honestly.
closer than North
No.
Carolina.
Yeah.
It is a
I'm
hell of a
just
lot
trying
closer
to
to
devil's
North Carolina,
advocate
but
here.
it's like I did that drive. It was 5 hours, I think. It was like halfway between where Amarillo and Houston.
I literally Google Maps says 2 hours and 56 minutes, so I don't know.
I don't believe that.
I don't know. But anyway.
But maybe
still
I'm wrong. But I thought it was longer than.
Yeah. But irregardless, I don't think it matters. I think we're all kind of in the same boat with all the
I don't-
talent Duke has.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. I don't think it actually gives them anything because it's not like
Yeah.
there's not other colleges in between there, and it's not like Kansas City might root for St. Louis if they were in there, but San Antonio or Dallas ain't gonna root for Houston if they're in there.
Yeah. Well,
See,
how
I
about the
tend to
other one,
think
then?
that I think it does matter, just not enough.
That's where I'm at.
I don't I am on the argument that there's not going to be anybody there it's going to be a home court advantage. Is my argument. I don't think that's going to happen.
I think we're all unanimous, so we still think Duke moves on.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other side, I'm not so sure. Like, I picked Auburn. I think you did too, Stat Guy, to start the tournament. I think we had Auburn and Duke. I kind of think it's going to be Florida now. I don't feel very strong about it because I still think Duke wins it all. But for purposes of this, I think I'm leaning Florida. They got very lucky to be here. Miraculous comeback. I feel like sometimes teams ride.
It's miraculous, but it's also they have, almost said best player in the tournament, but he's been dang close. And,
he's been amazing.
He's amazing. He almost looks like Steph out there, and I think he's an X factor. I really do. And he was clutch as hell for that last game.
Yeah.
We're talking about Clayton Jr.?
Well, Clayton Jr.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
He is, probably the best player in this game. And is Broom, is he healthy for Auburn? I know he hurt his elbow. But he came back in the game.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
had a hell of a game. But I agree. Florida's so deep, too. And they can match Auburn athletically, interior. That's where I'm leaning. But not real strong, I guess.
I think that after the first round, I basically said that the two most talented teams left in the tournament were Florida and Duke. And
yes, you did.
I still stand by that. And I think that's going to be the national championship game, and I think it could be a pretty good game.
I could see that.
I think Auburn and Florida will be a good game. I think it'll be close.
Yeah, Florida's not blown anyone out since the round of 64.
I think the X factor is Walter Clayton, and the way he's clutch and can shoot threes like he's Steph. I think that matters.
I'll just say an SEC team will be in the national championship game. There's a bold prediction.
Oh, you
nailed it.
You
got it. Haha, bitch. It's fair. So we're going Florida Duke.
Yes.
It was out there, low hanging fruit. I grabbed it, so
nailed it. I bet an ACC team's there too.
Yeah.
A little ballsier, but I'm going with that.
A little ballsier, yes.
Not by much. So we got Duke, we got Florida, we got fireworks. We going unanimous here?
Yep.
I think so. We're looking
I
at
think we all think.
we're looking at a Duke Florida final, and I give a slight edge to Duke in that game, but not a huge one. I think that might be Duke's first. I think they might get punched in the mouth early, and they'll have to settle back in.
Yeah, I
think so too.
I don't think Houston will be a cakewalk. I think they'll get tested there too. But yeah, this is one that firepower wise, they can't screw around. So it'd be fun.
Well, and Florida is one of the only teams that can match them with size.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Well, that game be Monday, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, it'll be Monday.
Sounds right.
It's gonna be fun. Well, I think that is unanimous. You got the Duke BBB endorsement here. You guys got any more basketball thought?
Well, nope, not really.
Move on to some glorious St. Louis sports here because it's looking pretty good. Both teams. Actually, I guess you could say all three teams because caw 1-2.
Hey,
well,
the Cardinals
also
are undefeated in games that only go 9 innings.
I love that tidbit. I love that. But what do you think? We'll start with our birds. I mean, what are you guys thinking? So far?
Well, so far couldn't be happier, honestly.
Yeah.
I've watched every game so far, and it's been everything that I could have hoped for, to be honest about it. Even the losses weren't really that bad. Bullpen needs to get better for sure, but
they threw a lot in.
I've been very excited watching them, and that's something I could not say the past few years.
I think we're playing with a little bit of fool's gold right now. It's exciting. They're 4-2. I don't know how you manage to lose as the home team with the with the extra innings rule. How you lose both of them in extra innings,
It's baseball. That's
but
all I'm
to the
saying.
Angels no less.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
disappointing.
with that being said, they're fun to watch right now. The young guys are hitting. Lars Nootbaar looks like one of the best players in the majors right now. Minus that Anthony Volpe guy who just keeps fucking hitting dingers. And Kyle messages me every time.
I have no.
He's got
comment
4
on
now, by the way. He's got 4.
Horse shit.
So did you guys see the stat where Mootbar has been on base 16 out of 30 attempt or times that he's been up to bat?
It's bonkers. I
Yeah.
tell you what, every time you watch him, it's like a 3-2 count. Like the dude makes pitchers throw. Like he is just.
Chip
I love
Carey
him.
has
Homered
commonly
off
been
a lefty.
saying that Lars Nootbaar is the count of 3 and 2.
I like that. Not arguing it. I agree with you guys. Like the offense, it's fun. Look what Herrera did yesterday. Holy crap! Like Walker, see growth there. I think Wynn will come around. Are you guys worried about his slow start at all?
No.
I know spring was
A
terrible
little
too.
bit, but not that bad. Yeah. Because even he's taking good ABs. Like,
Right, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
taking good ABs, and then like that, after Gray gave up that grand slam there the other day, I guess yesterday, and then Walker got on. Victor Scott, who's been very good, also
Yes,
bunted, and then Mason Wynn bunted, and we played small ball because those two are two of the fastest guys in the majors, and they can beat them out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Wynn can still impact the game.
Yep, I think he'll come around. I really do. I mean, he's getting to hit ninth now. Like, big thing is growth of the young guys. What I like is our new hitting coach. Brant Brown, I loved a quote he had. He was like, this year we're going to hit. Like, I believe he takes a little less of an analytical approach and a more common sense approach. And, like, they are putting the bat on the ball with guys in scoring position, with 2 outs, with 2 strikes. How many times have we had empty at-bats, guys, in the past couple years? It's been horrible.
So
I remember last year, so many occasions where we'd have bases loaded 1 out, or bases loaded and no outs, and wouldn't get a plate across or a run across the plate.
Exactly. It's maddening. And I think his quote was something along the lines of "There's a time to slug and a time to hit." I think's what he said.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna turn him loose, but also, we got 2 strikes, a guy sitting out there at third base with 1 out. We're not gonna swing out of our shoes. We're gonna put the damn ball in play and score that run.
Right.
I love that. Like, it's back to, I think, fundamental ball. What made the Cardinals part of that, Cardinal way stuff. Like, I like, and small sample, but I love that. We've got a plan at the plate again. I'm a fan.
I like that. Yeah.
give him a red jacket already.
Put him in a red jacket.
Okay, let's wait till 10 games. Double-digit games, sure, there we go.
Yeah.
But he's making hitting great again. There we go.
I like it.
And Fetty's looked pretty good. Like, our pitching hadn't looked terrible. Like, I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic. It's early.
Cautiously optimistic is a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to err to the side of optimistic just yet.
Yeah, but we know this.
You can be cautiously optimistic. I'll be pleasantly surprised.
That's fair. That's better than a pessimistic prick like some other people I know near and dear to us on the Cardinal.
Our Oracle.
Yes. No, it's fair after the last couple seasons, but at least they've came out in growth with the young guys, better offensively, and like I guess some of the stuff like Big Willie struggled out of the gate. I'd bet money he's gonna turn it around.
That 089 batting average with 10 strikeouts after 6 games is all right.
It's a little rough. It's
Yeah.
okay. He's fine. He's gonna eat some more of his bat tape, and he'll be hitting dingers.
What was going on with that?
Cannot answer
Uh,
that.
I don't know. He said something about it, but I don't remember what he said.
I
Needs
saw
to be
a
fiber in the diet.
okay. I
Fiber.
saw a
Needed
comment
some fiber.
in the Facebook section that said that due to new MLB rules, he had already used up his two pockets for the at bat, so he had to eat the tape.
I'm gonna give him creative points for that one. That's pretty good. I don't know. That was nuts, but I think he's gonna come around. I really do.
I know that Chip Carey was speechless when he just
Yeah.
decided to eat that. He's like, "Oh, yeah, he did that. That happened."
And that takes a lot to get him there. So, yeah, I'll give you that. But also, Stat Guy touched on it. We got to hit on Victor Scott. Like, the dude looks like he's here to stay this time. He knows what he's doing. Like, you've seen more games, Stat Guy. Like his at bats. Tell me about him. Pretty?
I mean, they've looked great. I might lose you here at any second.
He hits dingers.
So that's
Oh,
why
yeah,
I was
yeah.
kind of being quiet. But no,
He's
I
hit
mean,
lefties.
to be honest, the whole team is kind of taking really good at bats, and I will
Yeah.
give that all credit to the new hitting coach. Um, I was gonna say I kind of think Victor Scott would be, more valuable if he than Michael Ciani if we was gonna have that conversation, but we don't have to because Victor is just it.
Look
Um,
at the defense he's
just
playing,
it.
too.
Yes,
Good
yeah,
Lord.
oh yeah. There was never a question really on his defense, but um, ho-
Yeah.
honestly, I don't really care. He can bunt. I think I told you guys he can bunt like every at bat, and he still might be on base like a third of the time. And then
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably a double. So
MVP.
I don't really care.
Well, that's the other thing I wanted to say was defensively. Like, back to the getting to the Cardinal baseball roots, like, our defense, holy crap, it's small sample, but Arenado looks like a rebirth at third.
Oh,
Outfield
Arenado
D.
looks like a rebirth too. I was going to mention, um, it took 15 games for him to have I guess, bat swing speed over 75 miles per hour um, last year, and he's done it like 5 times in the first like 6 games.
So
So
That's
this
solid.
takes me back to I think it was the second game of the year. Arenado hits his first home run of the season on an inside pitch that he got his hands
Mhm.
in on.
Yes.
That is a pitch that jammed him all season last year.
Yeah.
He was
Yes,
not able to get his
exactly.
hands in
You're right.
and pull that ball for a home run and
You're
get
right.
into it. And that's kind of always been part of Arenado's success. That's something that he's
Yes.
very
Part of
good
power.
at.
Yeah. He pull heavy to power. Pull heavy. Yep,
Yes.
You're right. That was 98 too, inside, and
Yep.
he turned on it. Like, that was. You're right. He was popping that crap up last year. You're right. Great
Yeah.
to see.
One of the first things that I noticed about him, and since then he's continued to, I mean, I think he's hitting around 300, and he's just been on base at a pretty good clip. The Arenado that we're used to seeing, not the one that we saw last year.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's huge. That's huge.
I definitely think the pissed off, hey, I'm coming back. I'm going to do what I need to do and show everybody I'm still Nolan Arenado.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
probably here to stay.
Yes,
Revenge
I think
train
that's
there.
part of
I
it
like
too. But once again, I
Yeah.
want to give some props to the hitting coach here, and
Yeah.
that's a big deal because that's something
Fair.
that I did notice that he really got jammed a lot on those inside pitches last year.
Mhm.
And I thought
Yeah.
that maybe that was just like, you're not a young guy anymore. You're not able to keep up with that inside fastball anymore. Chip Carey and Brad Thompson on the television broadcast while watching that both said it's like that's the first time I've seen Arenado for a while get his hands in on a ball like that. And something that's really reassuring to see.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Goes back to the coach, like the time to hit like that was, what was that? Gave him extended the lead, like there was no one on base. Like, he kind of was able to go up there with that mentality and look
Yeah.
for the pitch
Yep.
you drive, and that, like, you hitting coach, situational hitting, that's great. And the other thing I was thinking about, and this is early to say on it, but like defensively, I see plus defenders like all the way around the diamond, with the exception of home plate. Now Pedro
Yeah.
Opales, he can play some, but
So
Herrera little under. But other than that, guys, like, and maybe you could say Walker and Wright, but Willie's looked great at first. You got possible Gold Gloves like the rest of the diamond.
Uh,
That's awesome.
Something that you brought up, like with the Herrera struggling at the catching position. For me, if I'm other teams, wouldn't you be stealing like almost constantly?
I think they're trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to.
Because
I
his
heard-
throw to second is slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
He-
weak.
he's been- So I was listening to Katie Wu and Bernie talk
Shouting. Yeah.
earlier, and he said Ollie's really struggling with trying to figure out when to swap Page's in.
Yeah.
But we are probably going to see the adaptation of a closer catcher.
That
mean,
makes sense.
right
really
now
does.
it's tough
Because
to keep
it's-
that Herrera bat out of the lineup, but
Well, that's
Um,
that's why it's tough for Ollie is he has to look and see.
Herrera's
if-
making it
if
tough
Herrera-
on him.
Yeah, if Herrera just batted, then you're going to see Pages come in for sure
Yeah.
for that
Yeah.
reason.
That's such a
and
double-edged
that
sword
happened-
there.
That
Yeah.
happened already. It happened already one time, and then Pages had 2 at bats. Which
Yeah.
Pages is not a scrub with the bat in his hand at all.
No,
he's not Herrera. I mean,
he's not Herrera.
No,
Yeah.
no.
But that is a good
No.
point. That's another element to bring into play, and like, because I think that kind of burned him that game. But I'm not gonna bitch about it because I'm like, I get the logic. They had a lead, I think,
yeah.
when Herrera came out, and you know what? I get it. So that'll be fun to watch through the season how that adapts. And you know, it's like we said
right
all
now
year. Go ahead.
the Cardinals right now are getting the best offensive production
Mhm.
out of the catcher position in
Mhm.
baseball.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
So
when you're 10 or 6 games into the season and your catcher had a 3 home run game,
That helps.
oh, yes.
yeah.
But well, I think too this goes back to one of our points going into the season is this year we will find out really how good of a manager Ollie is because he's got a lot of variables to juggle, more than I think you would a normal year with the direction of the team, the young guys, and you just mentioned the catcher, issue there. Like there's a lot. We're gonna know if he's the right guy for the job into the season.
I've heard
As we're
some
gonna know these
rumors
guys'
of
roles.
them implementing a 6-man rotation here in a couple weeks.
I could see that very easily with the staff we've got. You look at Libby, like the innings. He's probably not going to go off, every 5th day all season. Injury history of some of these guys, I could see that, and I don't hate it, truthfully. As long as Quinn Matthews is a part of that before too long, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
I mean, we're still gonna eventually see McGreevy and Graceffo and
Yeah,
that whole
McGreevy,
bunch
I'm
too.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Preview's the first one, Woody, for sure.
Oh, I know. I'm just very excited for Quinn Matthews.
Yeah,
like-
I
I
knew
know,
that
you
that's
got-
what you're getting at, but I'm like, hold on, he's still got to kind of wait his
Yeah.
turn because, I mean, McGreevy and Graceffo were both there last year, had a little bit of a success. I think Graceffo was actually higher touted at first and then really struggled last season.
Yes.
Well, no, it's
First, yeah.
well not
Graceffo was pretty highly touted until last 2 years, I think.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it was like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and McGreevy really overplayed his projections with his 2 starts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think McGreevy's still. I don't want to be pessimistic because ceiling wise, like I'd be thrilled if he's a great number 4 or a 3. But you know what? There's value in that.
That's pretty even high
Uh,
for what I've seen, but probably about right.
Like a
Yeah.
like
yeah.
a Dakota Hudson-esque.
Yes.
If he replaces Michaelis long term, the Michaelis of I don't know, when he first got here, like I'm thrilled.
Oh yeah, because
Maybe not
the
even that
Michaelis that
good,
first
but-
got here was borderline Cy Young, man.
Yeah, he was. But if you look under the hood, it's like there's regression written all over
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah.
All over it. But, he had some of that Japanese gunk still on the ball, so,
Yeah.
But, yeah, still, I could see 6-man making all the sense in the world. I really could.
We're
But-
basically the Dodgers. We've got all that pitching depth.
You said 6, not 16, dang it. So...
I think
What,
that
what is it?
the Dodgers bullpen would probably be a better rotation than we have.
probably half of MLB though. In all fairness, in all fairness. And what they 8-0 to start the season, like Shohei home walk off on his bobblehead night, like seriously, like they're just crapping rabbits' feet like everywhere they go, like and they're, I don't know, 8-0, whatever.
So are the Braves hitting the panic button yet?
Pretty close, I think. I don't, it's 7 games, not yet, but that's pretty damning, and I think losing the guys they have too, like Lopez, that hurts. He's done for half the year maybe. Profar half the year for little roid problem. Like they got problems, guys.
Yeah. Hey,
Uh,
he called up his buddy Tatis. Was like, "Hey, how do I cure this ringworm, man?"
yeah. I love it. He forgot
Alex
to tell
popping
him
in and
how
out of
to
this
not
chat
follow
is
drug
really
tests.
messing with my grid view on this.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be them right now. I'll just say that much. So
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about this whole bat thing. Like you're doing the research on these torpedoes that the Bankies are using. Like
Well,
none
it's
of that
not
was
just the
pretty-
Yankees using it anymore. At
Everybody
this
is,
point,
right?
they're making it pretty prevalent around the major leagues. It's becoming a pretty common thing. So basically, what they've done with these bats is they've taken the fat part of the bat and made it a little fatter, but keeping the weight of the bat because they've taken it off the end. So
Yes.
you may get more swings and misses on pitches that would more than likely just be jam shots or
Pop-up? Yeah. Into the bat.
into the bat anyhow. You may get more strikeouts off of stuff that was likely going to be outs anyway.
Yeah.
But you're also, when you get to the center of the barrel, your center of the barrel is just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's genius and it's legal. Like, you talk about the Dodgers and their deferred money debacle there, how they were doing that. Piss you off. Legal loophole.
yeah.
I mean, this is kind of similar, which I thought was funny. Like, the Yankees got outspent. Then they bring this stuff out, which I know more are doing it, but I think they're the poster boy for it. That Volpe guy that's going to burn us all season, that's the one I was listening on him. They said that he was hitting a lot of pop-ups off the sticker on the bat. So his is one they more prevalently moved it inside. They literally put the barrel where he hits the ball predominantly.
Yes.
And look at what's happening.
So that was a
Maybe-
prototype more so made for our boy Volpe. And
It's been great to know about this for draft season. Like, that'd have been swell, but, what's the fun in that? So, I
there
don't
is no
know.
fun
I'm
in
just-
that. Come on.
Yeah. Who needs an even playing field? Screw that. But I don't have a problem with it. I mean, guys, if it's in the rules, like, hell, everybody could do it. Figure it out. And I love seeing long balls. Bring it on.
Exactly. Screw the steroid era. It's the torpedo era.
It's exactly.
No, and the thing is, like, people started raising a big stink about it because the Yankees hit 9 home runs in one game. The second game of the season or third game of the season.
Yeah, they bombed Nestor.
So here's the thing. Only 2 of those home runs were hit with torpedo bats, and people were making a big deal about it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought Judge had it and hit 3 with him, but maybe
I don't think Judge uses a torpedo bat.
Hell, he doesn't need it.
I thought like half their lineup has it.
Judge isn't one of them, though.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that one day Goldsmith hit one and he's got it,
Well,
and Volpe has
Here's
it.
the thing, though.
I
Okay, guys, it's
read that
Nestor-
only 2 of those 9 home runs were hit with torpedo bats.
I'm not. I could see that because here's the thing: the torpedo bat had the headlines, but okay, it was a abnormally warm day in the Bronx. They were facing Nestor Cortez, who is a fly ball pitcher, against his former team that knows him quite well. Was I surprised to see 3 home runs the first 3 pitches, literally? Yes. But the outcome, not really. Torpedo bat, no torpedo bat. Like, I think you were flirting with a horrible outcome for him. So, he's been known to give up the long balls.
Yeah,
But,
he has. And I think that Jazz Chisholm has started off very hot as well, and I'm think that he has
Yes.
switched to the torpedo bat. He didn't start with it.
Yeah.
Well, Jazz is our poster boy on the thumbnail who has it.
Yes,
There you go.
Yes.
He's got it.
he has switched to it
I think-
now. I don't believe that he
It's a-
had it like the first or second game of the season. I think that when
Yeah.
he saw his boy Volpe was doing.
Time out. You're completely wrong, and I'm sorry to say that.
Okay.
Goldsmith, Bellinger, Wells, Volpe, Chisholm, all hit a home run that game.
Okay,
That's 5 different players.
You were right that Judge didn't use it, though.
You were right about Judge.
I was right about Judge. Weren't
But-
3 of those home runs Judge, or was it just 2?
Yes, 3. Yeah,
3.
he hit 3 that game. Yeah. They had
So-
8 or 9 as a team.
They hit 9. 5 of them
9.
came. 5
That's
came
crazy.
from torpedo bats. 3 came from Aaron Judge being Aaron Judge, and I don't know who the other person was.
And I think 5 were off Nestor, too. So,
Okay,
But
well, either way,
I guess-
about half of those home runs came off the torpedo bat. A little bit more than half,
Solid.
obviously.
I think for me, I want to see in a month how big of a story this is. You know, like, I don't know. It's a cool thing, don't get me wrong. But, you know, if we're seeing, like, numbers just go bonkers, then okay, we got something.
Ellie Daly Cruz switched to the torpedo bat. His first game using it, he went 3 for 4 with 2 home runs.
He's also a
Brett Bregman just switched to it and hit one today.
Yeah,
freak.
I mean, it's guys that are gonna hit them anyway.
Yeah.
These are very
So-
talented players we're talking about.
Maybe the
We'll
the Red
see.
Sox could maybe like get one for Devers and.
Yeah, they need a boat oar for that. A boat oar.
I mean,
Oh,
to be
shoot.
fair, it's kind of shaped like a boat oar.
Yeah, it really is.
Did I
Maybe
miss
that-
Did I miss Rogers explaining the torpedo bat and stuff? Did I miss that? I assume.
Yes. So basically, I
Alright.
mean, they took the meat off of the end of the bat, made it narrower, and
Yeah.
put it into the sweet spot of the bat, made it wider.
Brilliant.
So
I was
the way-
basically going to say it's a golf club. It's what they're doing in golf drivers right now. Same thing.
yeah.
I
They
was
took
looking up-
they made the miss areas bigger,
Mm-hmm.
but they made
Yeah.
the spot that ideally you're supposed to hit with the bat a little bit better.
We have a problem on the Devers theory. I just looked it up and it says they cannot pitch him a beach ball to hit. So the
Ooh,
boat oar
ah.
we're screwed.
He
Guys, it's
did.
terrible.
He did get a hit today.
Wow. Did he bunt? Did that work?
I'm not sure
Make
what he
contact?
did, but he did get a hit.
He got it. Okay. We made contact. That's a win. So.
Yeah, he did strike out twice though.
What was it? 0 for 19 with 15 Ks. I think.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yep. Rough.
That's rough. That's rough. So, all right. You guys got any more? Is there any more big baseball headlines I've missed? Like Dodgers great, Braves suck. Padres. Holy crap. 7-0 too.
Yep.
That's something. That's something.
I mean, this is the Padres roster has always been one that I've thought has just kind of underperformed for the last couple of years.
Been
That
very much,
lineups look very good. Apparently, they knew to get rid of Profar and ship him out of town.
They were looking into the drug test. There you go.
And I mean, for the first time in really 2 years, you're getting a healthy and not suspended Fernando Tatis Jr.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I hope not for baseball.
so,
I hope he's on the field. I
They've
really do.
told him that he has to stay away from dirt bikes.
Yeah. No dirt bikes and needles. Stay on the field, son. There you go.
Alex, I don't know if you know that story, but Fernando Tatis Jr. got hurt in the
Yeah, I do.
offseason on a dirt bike, and they asked him about it in the interview. He's like, or what happened on the dirt bike and what caused the injury? And he says, which time?
Sounds about right.
I'm like, do we not have PR? Oh, I don't know. How stupid can you be? Oh shoot, guys, that's good stuff. Any more baseball notes? Oh hey, we got another Blues goal too.
Yep.
4-2.
Are they winning now?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
winning.
oh, they've been winning for a
So
while. They're
that's a
definitely
good
on the-
segue for what's the
There we go.
significance of this game, Woody?
That's right. Well,
Wait, time out. Rogers has to leave.
yeah, it's hockey. You got out of here.
I'm gonna stick around this
Get the hell
time.
out
I'm just
Hey.
moderating.
I'm almost nervous to go here because I'm superstitious and we've not talked it a couple weeks when I've wanted to. Pump my brakes. I'm like, as soon as I pump them up, they're gonna shit the bed. But I think these guys are legit enough. Forget that. We're looking at, if they don't blow this, 11 in a row, guys. That is a legit winning streak.
So,
Just a little
when's
bit.
the last time that they won 11 in a row, Woody?
Yeah.
Conveniently, it's the only time we've won the cup. 2019, boys. What do you think of that? And I said on these airwaves and some airwaves, I was like, okay. We went through this whole thing comparing them. I'm like, yeah, we fired the coach. We got Montgomery, who I love. But I'm like, don't expect a Berube-like run. Like, you're not going to have, lightning strike twice, whatever analogy you want. I can't expect that. I just want to see improvement. Well, holy shit. Look at what we're watching right now. Like, almost the same time that you're getting hot, like an improbable run, and you watch them like, you can't deny there are similarities. Like, we're rolling 4 lines deep. We've got the WTF line.
There's enough stupid shit that they have with the team that makes me kind of want to believe.
You know more about Jobu. Tell us
Jobu,
about Jobu.
They found him after the Four Nations, and
Yeah.
he's got his own locker now,
Rightfully
and
so.
you don't fuck with Jobu.
You don't.
Does he
Only
have
the
a
teams
cup of
playing him
rum?
have found out. Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Well, it's hockey, so vodka. Hockey, vodka with the ice. You know how that
Gotcha.
goes. So.
Yeah, that checks out.
But I think they're like 16-2, something bonkers since he showed up. I mean, they're playing
as
great.
you mentioned it too before I started saying it, the WTF line just perfect.
Yeah.
Well, like that doesn't that sound like a winning hockey thing to have a
Oh, you gotta
WTF
have
line?
that. Yeah, and they are like they play WTF like this line's their fourth line. Walker, Torpedo, Fosca. Like he just shout out to Roddick, his 700th NHL game. Shin hit his 1,000th game. We're hitting milestones. But that line, they get on the ice and they're gonna beat the shit out of somebody.
And that was the fourth line in 2019.
Yes.
They were gonna beat the shit out of you.
And here's the thing: we're talking about the fourth line. That's a great Blues team where they have 4 solid lines.
Yes.
They've got Jimmy Snuggaroos there now.
Yep.
Like their number 1 pick from 2020.
I was gonna ask you how significant do you think that is? Do you think we're gonna see much of him for now, or is it gonna be much from him? I meant to say much from him.
From him, man, I don't know. I don't know he's going to fit in. The talent is there. I was kind of mixed emotions because I always think back. This is corny, but that Miracle movie where they had their team. They were there. They had the college kid come in, and the guys went to Herb Brooks, and they were like, you know what? I know he deserves to be your credentials, but we've got our team. These are our guys. I was like, man, I don't know the fit, but you know what? These guys, they just welcomed him in. He is the Blues got him. He fell because of you were going to have to wait for the college to end. Signed with Minnesota, hockey hotbed. I think he's going to settle in the third line or so. I'm not saying he's going to go bonkers off the start, but for a third line player, I think it's the forward we need.
I think he's more of a next year, 2 years.
For the numbers, yes.
Yeah.
For the fit for a team that has Stanley Cup aspirations, bring it on. It's great. We talked. Nathan Walker, by the way, is kind of my favorite player. He's Australian, Rogers. They don't play hockey. He don't care. He's out there. He's like 5'8", 9", a buck what? He's my size. He's out there kicking ass. He fights guys. Like the dude has a heart. We talk about miles of heart. That's Nathan Walker.
Okay.
There you go.
I like it.
The offer sheet deal getting Broberg. Holy hell, guys! They're first round caliber players. Like they are. Broberg is a D pairing.
Yeah.
Holloway
is an absolute stud.
He scored tonight. I'm trying to figure out if he just got another freaking goal. Like the dude in open ice is unreal.
He's got 60-some points, right?
Yes, sir.
He went from having 20, 30 the year before.
I don't even know if he got to that. Like he didn't. Play
I think he got 20. I think he got 20, and now I listened to a little bit on Spittin' Chicklets. Bissonette was interviewing Armstrong and talking about that and how it's like became this, it's a giant steal now with what he's
Oh
got.
my gosh, yeah.
It's crazy. It was
When you
highway
look at
robbery.
it, they got fairly high first-round picks of a few years ago. Was the value of these guys for a second and a third rounder, I believe, later in it. Like, yeah, and they've got an opportunity. They didn't have an Edmonton. Part of that's because Edmonton was very good. Didn't have playing time. But that, I mean, they're centerpieces for this team. You've seen Kyrie, who I've bitched about for the last 2 years. Like, Montgomery's bringing out what he needs in him. Like, he was not a Brooby type player. But Montgomery, and I'm not saying Montgomery's a better coach. I love Chief. I do. But offensively, like, he's found his groove under him. Robert Thomas, I mean, it's coming together, guys. We've got 2 solid goalies. Hofer is nothing to slouch at. And I'll tell you what, we get in the playoffs, I'll take Benner against anybody. I don't care about the numbers. He's a big-time goalie, guys.
Brick wall.
That's why U.S. didn't win. Like, that's all there's to it. So I couldn't be more excited. And we don't even have our best D-man back yet, Pareko. Like, hell, he gets back, he'll fit in fine. I'm going to say right now, if we get Vegas first round, I'm putting money on the Blues. Like, I think they match up well with them. Woo! Winnipeg could be tough. But and I know we got to get there first. But we currently have the top wild card spot. Puts Vegas. And I'm thrilled. Like, and I said no playoffs this year. But
So
by God,
at this point, is it looking? Are they nearly a lock for the playoffs at this point?
No.
No.
They're in the driver's seat. They're in the driver's seat. They're up on points, but the teams behind them have games in hand. If the Blues, in theory, win all their games, the other teams won't catch them. It gets confusing, Rogers, because hockey, with the points, 2 for a win, 1 for overtime.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, we have a tough schedule coming up after these games. We got Colorado, Winnipeg. Like, it's not a sure thing, but it's looking great. It really is.
So a couple games ago, I think they won in overtime against Detroit, if I remember right.
Correct.
So that's 2 points.
It's 2 points.
Yes, that's
Okay.
2 points.
Whew.
If
I knew that they went to overtime with Detroit.
Look at you go. I'm impressed. 29 seconds left. A game that I don't think we tie in years past. This team doesn't give up under Monty. Like, even the games they've lost when they've been down like 2 goals, pull the goalie, a lot of times they get one. Like, these guys just keep coming. It's awesome. Here, pop quiz, Rogers. If you go to overtime and lose, how many points?
1.
Shit. Look at you go.
I do know how the scoring works.
You're a
I used to
regular
listen to a
Canadian,
lot
eh?
of 101 ESPN.
That's fair.
I think
See,
Bernie
that's
Miklasz, I think
smart.
he was an Edmonton Oilers fan. Or maybe, no,
I believe. No.
Washington Capitals.
Well, yes.
Oh, shout
either
out
Paul-
Ovi, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out Ovi.
Yeah, 3 goals away, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
3
I'll
to
let Jack
win,
tell
2 to tie, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. no,
3 to pass
no.
Wayne. Or
Oh, is it 3? I thought it's 3 to tie. Might be.
Well, he scored
He's
last
scoring
night.
every night, guys. He's getting there.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I love it. Gretzky's a guy. It's like you don't want to see someone get it.
yeah, 2 to
Well,
tie,
exactly. E
3 to pass.
Yeah,
2 to
that's what I thought.
tie, 3 to pass.
Rogers bonus points. Look at that.
I get ESPN updates on my phone.
So I like it. I guess you got any more of the Blues? Because I'm beyond pumped. Like,
That's fun to watch. The St.
Yeah.
Louis teams are currently fun to watch, at least.
it's great.
Um,
I'll say in the West, like the team I still think comes out to Dallas. That is going to be hard for anyone to beat. But you know what? We got a puncher's chance. Like, as good as anyone right now, the way we're playing.
Chip in a chair,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, there you go. Dallas
Hey.
only won like 6 or 7 in a row. Pussies.
Hey, if Pareko gets back, he might just take it into his own hands and kill somebody again.
I take out their goalie now.
Yes.
One of the coolest slap shots ever.
It was great.
Pareko killed the guy. Then Bishop died in Dallas. Oh, anyway.
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
I'm
there was
thrilled.
actual obituaries written for
It
him
was-
on Twitter that night.
It was on Wikipedia. Someone
Yeah.
hijacked it and put he died. And then it had Franco, I remember seeing a meme of him like Drago on there.
Yes.
If he
yeah,
dies, he
He
dies.
dies. He dies. That's good stuff. Hey, it might happen again. I wouldn't bet against these guys right now. That's for dang sure. So, that's where I'm at with the Blues, guys. What else you got?
I think that,
Um,
for the most part,
I'm-
pretty well wraps
I'm
up
probably-
what we wanted to cover tonight.
Yeah.
oh, shout out Sisney Middle School volleyball.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They got second in state, almost won.
Yes,
I'm
lost
sure
to
they're
the
upset.
now 3-time defending champions, Germantown, I believe.
That seems like a really big town to be playing Sisney.
Yeah, it really does. Like in the same.
But
I-
Sisney took them all the way to 3 sets. I guess it goes to 15, I think, in the third
25, I
set.
thought.
You have
I think that's
it
right.
goes 25 first two,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then
gotcha.
15 in the last.
yeah.
And you have to win by 2.
Yep.
How close was it?
Sisney was up like 18 to 16, I think, and Germantown came back.
Oh shoot.
It was very or 18 17. 18,
they
17,
won.
sorry. 18 17, sorry.
Give us that trophy, Dim.
No. So yeah, I mean it was like a buzzer beater for volleyball.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Obviously they're probably upset, but you can't nothing to be upset about. You played your butts off and
Yeah.
got very close to winning the state championship, and it's awesome.
Good for them.
Proud of
Good
them.
for them. Yeah.
I got a cousin on the team, so that also helps. But
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool for our small town. Pretty cool.
yes,
So, well, that does it, I guess, for tonight. Thank you guys. Man, got to cover our St. Louis sports in a positive way. That's always fun.
Yep.
It's fun.
Maybe one of the last episodes we get to do that, but hey, it's fun to do it right now.
We'll take all we can.
Busch Stadium is looking very empty a lot.
that is. Yeah, that is upsetting. Although I get it, and I'm in the same boat. But I got into a TikTok argument the other day about it, because it was somebody was like, "Oh, the fans are spoiled." It was TMA St. Louis 103, I think, or something like that,
Okay.
or 101. It may have been 101 people after this. I don't know. Anyways, it was a predominant St. Louis channel. And they post on their TikTok about it, and they're like, "Well, the fans, they're like other fans, and they're just, only care about winning and super spoiled." And I was like, "No, this isn't about that. It's about the ownership lying to us all the time."
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair,
It's not-
this past year they didn't necessarily lie. He pretty much said, "We're not spending any money.
Well,
and
yes.
if you don't show up, we're going to spend less money."
Yes, that is what he
I think
said.
that's fair. I was gonna
But
say
it's-
also, St. Louis weather kind of sucks and everybody's sick too. That kind of
That
makes
also
it
what has been a thing. This weather has
day
been
games.
awful.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I mean,
But
I'm not
it was
going,
more
you know.
me say it. What I said was, you can sit there and say you have no money while Ballpark Village is getting an expansion every other year.
Yeah. There are problems.
But
We're gonna try to be optimistic. We're
If
turning
the
this
young
thing
kids
around.
keep playing, we need to get out there and support them if they keep doing exciting things. Because at least right now they're exciting. That's my. I didn't really get to talk as much during that because I was driving and trying to not die and make it home.
That's important. That's important.
Yeah.
But at least they're playing an exciting brand of baseball.
Yeah.
And
If you
even
win,
if
they will come. There
well,
you
even
go.
if the results don't match that, as long as they're exciting and the young kids are doing stuff to show their potential, I don't care.
Well,
I really
think
don't.
that if the effort is there and they're not making St. Louis is we're in the Midwest, a blue collar society, I'll say, and if you see a product on the field where they're giving it their all, there's not these dumbass mistakes. They're playing good fundamental baseball. People will be there.
Well,
people want
La-
something right to.
Last year they don't win that game against the Angels after Gray gives up that grand slam
Yep.
at all.
Yeah.
Resilient. There you go.
Last year they don't
I'm
sweep the
watching right
Twins
now with the
ever.
Blues.
Do what? What'd you
Last
say?
year they don't sweep the Twins under any circumstance.
No, they don't.
True. That's very true. Yep.
And that's the thing is I heard people talking about that and saying like, "Oh, I knew it's just the Twins." I'm like, that's a playoff team. Like that's a
They were
solid
last year, yeah.
team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they lose 2-3 from the Angels, who just got crushed by the White Sox so bad that they had Nicky Lopez out there. But
Angels did win 2 out of 3 in that series, though.
They did.
Shout
They did.
out to the 200 and some thousand people on TikTok that seen that.
That's right.
222,000, I think, last I looked.
That's true. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to head out of here.
Yeah, I
It
think
is
I'm
past
gonna head to
9
bed
now,
too.
so-
Thanks everyone
Yeah.
that tuned in. We're gonna try to get this up on YouTube, and if you could like, share,
Yeah.
put us
all
on
that
all the
fun
social medias. You know, so maybe even subscribe, follow, all that
right.
stuff, and
Give
we'll
us some
catch you again
love.
next week.
That's right. Stay classy, Southern Illinois, or wherever you're at. See ya.